What's up, everybody? This is Edman, and I'm bringing you my review today on Coppelion episode 1. And in this episode, we see that there's three girls: Senpai Ibarra, Taiko, and Aoi. And the three girls are they're genetically engineered children. And there's this environment that it's a hazardous environment that normal people can't walk through. They can't be near the city. Japan, 90% of the people in Japan, I think, are dead. Japan's been wiped out, or 90% of Japan is gone. It's a wasteland. It's a ghost town, but it's all that. There's no one around. In anime, you see that there's like everything is rusty. There's no one around. The buildings collapse, broken, all that stuff. So the three girls are genetically engineered children. The first girl, the leader of the group, Senpai, we didn't find out much about her this episode, besides the fact that she carries a gun that has a tranquilizer, and she gave herself a shot and said it was nutrients. While the other two girls were eating, she gave herself a shot and said it was nutrients, and she didn't eat with them. In this episode, they're going through this ghost town, trying to find survivors, and Senpai has a phone where she talks to a person named Vice Principal. Now, Vice Principal, we later on find out that Vice Principal's name is Mishima, and Mishima is a instructor at a National Defense Academy, and he's a commander. After this hazardous outbreak, this spill or whatever it was that happened, he's now a commander in the army. So Mishima is telling them orders and where to go, what to find, and so they're going throughout this town trying to find survivors. So they go throughout the town, and Mishima ends up contacting them and telling them that there's an SOS. Someone sent out an SOS, and that they have to find the people who sent out the SOS. So there's people in the town that they're in. So they go throughout the town trying to find the SOS. They find a bridge, and Mishima told them to send out a smoke signal whenever they find like a area where the helicopter could land. So they go on this bridge, send out a smoke signal, and Taiko ends up hearing something, and she says, "Do you hear that? It's under the bridge." So they end up finding a person. It wasn't the SOS person, but they ended up finding a person under the bridge, and the person was hurt and it was in pain. And the Mishima told them not to engage into anybody, just wait till Mishima gets there and they'll figure it out. But Senpai ends up disobeying Mishima, and she jumps off the bridge. Well, not jumped off, but she got down and she went to help the person. She gave him a shot, and the shot is gonna help him not die from the hazardous area. So the guy had on a hazmat suit, because normal people can't survive in the area that they're in. The guy had a hazmat suit, and he's crawling. He's saying, "Help me, help me." So I guess like the suit broke or something. So she ends up giving him a shot and helping him out. So Mishima ends up coming to the bridge, and he gets mad at her for helping the guy, because he said that there's like a limited amount of the stuff that she used to help the guy. And so she gets pissed off, and she says, "Well, I'm gonna help everybody that I see who needs help. I'm not just gonna help certain people." So Mishima ends up leaving. So they kept going through the town searching for people. They have this radar that can find living people, I guess. Like it could search for people around the area. And so she clicked on the radar to find out if there's anybody around. This dog ends up following them. So they get to a point where Taiko, one of the girls, she ends up staying back with one of the dogs, and we find out that Taiko, and her DNA, she has like animal traits. So she has enhanced animal senses. Because back to the bridge, she heard the guy under the bridge that was saying, "Help me, help me," but he was like whispering. So yeah, she has enhanced animal senses, Taiko. That's as much as we learned about Taiko, but we haven't really learned about Senpai or Aoi. So then Taiko stays back. Senpai and Aoi keeps going. and then they get to this place where they find the person who sent out the SOS, but the person is dead. And Senpai says, well, this person's been dead for about a month now. We can't do anything about it. There's this mirror where they're at. Aoi ends up looking up at the mirror, and she sees that there's like a blue eyes in this dark corner next to Senpai. And she ends up telling Senpai to get out the way, and it ends up being a wolf. And the wolf goes by them and attacks Senpai. Senpai takes out this gun where she has a tranquilizer and shoots the wolf. So now Senpai said that there's rabid dogs around. These wolves evolved, and they have fangs, and they're eating people, because the wolf had blood on his mouth, and the wolves are eating people, and they're not dogs. So Aoi goes, well, the dog that we left Taiko with, wouldn't that be a dog that would eat people too? And the scene changes, and we see Senpai tries to contact Aoi with a walkie-talkie, and Aoi, we see the walkie-talkie on the ground and a big puddle of blood, or a little splatter of blood around the walkie-talkie on the floor. So Aoi is missing, and in this episode, Aoi is missing. Taiko is missing. Sorry, Taiko is missing. Senpai and Aoi ends up trying to find Taiko. So that was basically the episode. This is a good episode. The animation is really good. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link in the description box. You can go watch the episode for yourself. It's a really good anime. It's the first episode. It just started. The manga is about 21 volumes in, and I think it's done, or it's gonna keep going. But this is the first episode for the anime. Came out today, and I like it. It's a good anime. The action scenes are great. I saw a couple previews. There's 2 previews out. The action scenes are really good. The anime is good, and you'll probably like it. If you want to go check it out, the link is gonna be in the description box. Subscribe to my channel, admin channel. I do anime and manga reviews. I have a Naruto manga chapter review up. Go check that out. Subscribe and like this video.